Dmitry Peskov, the Kremlin spokesperson, also expressed confusion regarding Macron's attempt to secure a BRICS invitation from South Africa, stating, "We honestly don't know how Macron could participate in the summit, as whom or for what purpose. We don't have such information."
Oh, Macron, that must have hurt. Welcome to Tunacheki's Africa React. I'm your host, Meki Mushi, and this is the show where we go online and react to viral videos that concern the African continent. Before we start, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It's the best way to show YouTube this is a great video, and it will recommend it to more like-minded people like you. So today's video, we're going to react to Macron when he numerously got rejected to attend the upcoming BRICS summit in South Africa, right? And we are going to react to how he reacted after getting the rejection letter from Russia, from South Africa, and basically every BRICS member, okay? So we will watch the video and we will see his outrageous reaction, his tantrum, okay? So let's get started.
After facing rejection from Russia to attend this year's BRICS meeting in Africa, French President Emmanuel Macron criticized Russia's presence on the African continent during the new Global Financing Pact summit just held in Paris. Macron stated that Moscow's influence in the region does not benefit the international community. Referring to it as a destabilizing force in Africa, the Kremlin swiftly dismissed President Macron's allegations, denying that Russia is a destabilizing force in Africa. This accusation came as a surprise to many in Africa, particularly considering France's very destabilizing actions in Africa. At present, 14 African countries are forced by France, through the Colonial Pact, to deposit 85% of their reserves in the Central Bank of France, which is under the control of the French Ministry of Finance. France's influence has diminished due to the perceived inability of French troops to quell violence perpetrated by armed groups in these countries, leading to an increase in anti-French sentiment in the former French colonies. This situation has sparked a war of words between Moscow and Paris in recent years. Dmitry Peskov, the Kremlin spokesperson, also expressed confusion regarding Macron's attempt to secure a BRICS invitation from South Africa, stating, "We honestly don't know how Macron could participate in the summit, as whom or for what purpose. We don't have such information."
Oh, Macron, that must have hurt. Okay, that was our reaction. You've heard it. This guy tried many times to get invited with going through, trying to go through Russia, trying to go through India, trying to go through South African, but still, he's been rejected, of course, for obvious reasons, right? He's part of the G7, part of NATO, as in BRICS is the opposite of what what NATO and these Western worlds are building, right? BRICS is basically trying to build an alternative, right? A better, more fairer, more equitable economic system, okay? So our reaction is because this guy got rejected, is now pointing fingers and blaming Russia for something that Russia has not been doing, right? Since these Western countries, these Francophone Western countries got independent, they've been used, neo-colonized by France, right? And that's the results of the ongoing coups that you see in West Africa, because the citizens themselves are disgruntled, right? Like terrorist attacks, there is not enough money in the country, although these countries are filled with the resources, right? Like filled with resources from gold, diamonds, uranium, oil, but these countries are earning nothing, okay? So why is it important for us to tell you about Macron and how is the media covering it, okay? So most of you guys and most of people who watch us always wonder how we always have this in-depth knowledge of what's actually going on and not what the media wants to go on, okay? We use this analytical platform called Ground News, right? So Ground News is a platform that makes it easy to compare news sources, read between the lines, free of propaganda, free of media biases, and free from the algorithm that loves to give you what you want, right? Ground News is this platform that analytically just gives you the news where you choose what you want to read and to know about, and you learn how that content is being covered by all the media, like the media spectrum from the left to the right. Okay, so let's give you a good example of how we even are following this Macron story and how it's been covered in the news. So currently, this story has been covered by 11 media sources, and like 44% of them being right, 44% of them being center, and 11% of them being left. So we have articles like Moscow signals Victoria that Macron attendance at the BRICS summit is inappropriate. Hostile Macron is not welcome in the BRICS summit, says the Russians. Macron inappropriate for Moscow BRICS summit. Okay, so this is the beauty of ground news, right? So they recently introduced a feature where you can custom follow the news that matter to you. So right now we are really focused on BRICS. We will be doing a full live coverage from top to bottom of BRICS later this month in August, right? So please stay tuned for that. We will not miss any bit, any sessions, any meetings, any press conferences. Of course, we can give you the meetings, right? But still, we will cover the BRICS summit 360 degrees. We'll give you everything you need to know, right? So because we are really focused on BRICS, the upcoming BRICS, how do we track news concerning the BRICS that's unbiased, right? Ground news, it's like the perfect tool. And if you are interested in learning how ground news works and learning how to use ground news, please check out in the descriptions below and click the link to try and subscribe to get 30% off unlimited access and avoid the propaganda in the news. Okay, so we really thank ground news for sponsoring this video. We really appreciate you guys because you actually help make our work easier. You help make our news better. You help make what we give to be accurate and analytical, right? We just don't parrot what the West say. We just don't parrot what the East say. We just don't parrot what the North say. No. We look at the news and we give it an African perspective. Like, hey, like a good example, what's going on in Niger, right? Like Western media is like, oh, there's a coup military. No. What's going on in Niger is that citizens are hurting. Citizens are hurting. They don't feel the country has been working towards them, right? But these elite presidents always go for these meetings. Like they live a comfortable life in Niger. The citizens are suffering. That's why there's a coup. And that's why the coup has unanimous support, right? No citizen is like, oh man, I really miss my president Bazoum. Like, no. People are really hurting. And that's where it matters, right? And I will really recommend you to visit Ground News, right? Check it in the descriptions below. Start analyzing news. Start learning how news works, right? And how for Macron, we are over the moon that he'll not be going to the BRICS summit because, like, Macron is like a Trojan horse. He'll go in there, try to disrupt it, or just like not even add value to it, or try to maintain the status quo, which the West wants. The West wants the world to remain the way it is. Africans suffering, the West living up high, right? Just as the Russian president recently said, the only thing America manufactures is printing of dollars, right? They actually don't bring value to the world that currently helps our situation in countries that are less fortunate. So America, the West, they want to keep the status quo because, yeah, life is good for them, right? But for people of Niger, for people of Burkina Faso, for people of Mali, for people of Guinea, right? For people of South Africa, life is not as good as the shows on TV or on social media, right? Like things are really hard. And because the BRICS, upcoming BRICS summit is going to change this with over 44 countries wanting to join BRICS and over 10 African countries in that 44 really wanting to join BRICS, right? To bring change, to actually bring a fair world system, okay? So that has been our reaction today. If you are so glad that Macron will not be going to the upcoming BRICS summit later this month, let us know in the comments below if you're like, oh man, Macron is my favorite person and you really wanted him to go to BRICS, please also let us know in the comments below. If you think Macron is as bland as the actual Macrons, also let us know in the comments below. Okay, so this has been Mekimushi from Tunacheki. Check out the ground news link in the descriptions below. It's really quite important. Click the link, check them out. You'll not regret. You'll get a really good perspective of how news actually works, how people cover news, how the media uses news as a tool, as a weapon against you. Okay, so this has been me, Mekimushi from Tunacheki, and as always remember, Africa is watching.